Danica came from a family of scholars. Her grandfather was a Presbyterian minister, fluent in 2 dead languages, and an interpreter of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Both of her parents are scientists, her father a chemist, and her mother a pathologist. Danica Noble's view of the world and her disdain for discrimination and injustice was formed at an early age. Raised in the Mormon country of rural Utah, she learned very early what it felt like to be seen as other. Due to the difference in religious beliefs, Danica was simply not invited and not welcome to the sleepovers and the birthday parties that all little girls love and have, well, mostly great memories of. Instead of feeling sorry for herself, she took the experience with her. Of course, she analyzed it and pressed on to create her own labels, her own identity, and her own destiny. I'm going to give you some of the highlights of her journey today, just a few fun facts. So at 13 years old, stories of this freshman girl hit the news. Danica played wide receiver for the high school football team and weathered the ugly protests from her community. Obviously, to everyone but Danica, a girl had no place competing against and possibly beating the boys. At 14, after studying dance most of her childhood, she'd been accepted to the repertory dance theater. Although a lovely option, Danica decided to focus on academics. In her sophomore year of high school, she started at Wasatch Academy's first competitive snowboarding team. In the middle of her junior year at the academy, she was expelled for getting pregnant. She transferred to a public high school and decided to place her baby up for adoption. It was a very difficult decision. She enrolled in community college, got a job at Holiday Inn, and started interviewing potential parents for her baby. She read an article in a magazine about an adoption lawyer in Los Angeles. She reaches out to him and begins working with him. She looks at over 100 couples, interviews about 15 to 20 of them until she finally finds Ethan's family. This is a huge challenge. Because at that time, open adoption was almost unheard of. But it was imperative to her that she be able to stay in contact with the boy who this month celebrated his 21st birthday. Danica had always set her sights on Ivy League college. She attended Whitman, where she, wrote a grant to start Whitman's first snowboarding team. She wrote a grant proposal to live in Maui for the summer and do cultural research on the economics of indigenous small farmers in Hawaii. She immersed herself in the community, finds house-sitting jobs, and bonds with the locals. She lived with a family and built bamboo and banana leaf huts. Qualified to try out for the U.S. Olympic snowboarding team. She didn't quite make it, but she got there. She went to trials. And lastly, but not so ironically, she was voted most likely to legalize marijuana by her graduating class. This brings us now to law school, where she attends Georgetown University. In 2001, she starts the first law school chapter of SSDP, Students for Sensible Drug Policy. In 2003 and 2004, she works as a law clerk for the House and then the Senate Judiciary Committees in D.C. In 2005, she applied for the position of Drug Policy Advisor for the ACLU and is beaten out by our Allison Holcomb. In 2005, she also applied to her dream job at the Federal Trade Commission and doesn't get that one either. So she found herself in the need of a clerkship and begins to cold call judges in beautiful places all over the place. She lands a 2-year clerkship with the Superior Court of the U.S. Virgin Islands in St. Croix. After a year, she's offered that dream job at the FTC and left the clerkship early with the blessing of her judge. But wait, she doesn't go directly to job. She takes 90 days and travels around the world. So currently, she's on maternity leave with 3 children under 5 years old. She continues to working for the FTC, and they continue to recognize her leadership skills. She was voted by her colleagues from various top governmental agencies to give the graduating address at last year's leadership school. A huge honor. She's the past chair of the Antitrust, Consumer Protection, and Unfair Business Practices section of the Washington State Bar Association.
Wow. Yeah.
Her TEDx talk at the end of 2014, titled Women's Role in Ending Marijuana Prohibition, was the second ever TED Talk on marijuana, as Nathan Edelman's talk was Why We Need to End the War on Drugs was filmed the day before Danica's was filmed. Lastly, in her spare time, she's the director of NORML Women of Washington, a band of cannabis sisters that focus on outreach, education, and normalization of cannabis. She's a fierce advocate for women and families and is compelled to speak up whenever she sees injustice. I'm honored to serve our community with you. You lead by example, you lead with poise, you inspire me to do more and to do it better every day. I'm excited to celebrate her and look forward to see what is next for her. She is the most humble, understated, underappreciated, underestimated woman in our community in my mind. An amazing mother, a loyal friend, a rad sister, a supportive mentor, and a trustworthy confidant. Please put your hands together and bring to the stage Danica Noble.
Joy and Morgan for having me here. It's really great and really exciting, and I'm really glad I didn't have to go right after Megan home. So, NORML Women of Washington. You know, 10 a.m., second Saturday of the month, I know exactly where I'm going to be. And be frantically checking Twitter and Facebook, obsessively looking in blogs and for Google alerts, because I don't want to miss a single relevant piece of news for that meeting. And it's about that time that I start getting really excited. And that's because of the women I'm going to see there. Every person I see there has interests beyond their own. They're there to make a difference, to make change. And that is such a source of strength and power. It's awesome. Now, we come together over the shared belief in the values of liberty and justice. And we believe in that American dream, that American promise that we are all created equal and we are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But America's drug war, and its largest component, the war on marijuana, has broken that promise. There is no liberty if we can't plant a seed and watch a healthy, safe plant grow. There is no justice if 200,000 people sit behind bars over a plant that is healthy and safe. And when 75% of those with felony drug convictions have less than a gram, no, we're not done. And for what justice we have achieved, it's not for all, because your chances of being caught up in the criminal prohibition can be calculated by the color of your skin. Yes. And it's not right. And so, the genius of America is that this can be changed, and that we can change it together. And as audacious and ambitious as it is, that's what we do at NORML Women. We come together to make change, to push the world, nudge it, incrementally, towards justice and liberty. And that's our why. Now, our how starts really with humble roots. You know, it was just at first creating a space like this for women to get together, share their stories, share their perspectives, support each other. But it's become a lot more. It's become an arena for empowerment, It's become a platform for political engagement. And our meetings are built to do this. If you show up, you're going to make a difference. We might, like you guys are tonight, we all are tonight, writing letters to our representatives. Or we might be writing letters to prisoners of the drug war. But if you come, you're going to make a difference. And that feels great. And as you keep coming, we're going to get to know your passions, and you're going to get to know ours, and we're going to become the people who stand with you, and become your boots on the ground to help you achieve your dreams and ideas of how to push the world towards liberty and justice. And so the what we do when we're not in our meetings is outreach and education. So for outreach, we do outreach within our community. So you'll see us at CannaCon, you'll see us at the Marijuana Freedom March, you'll see us at HempFest, of course, we love HempFest. But you'll see us at things that have nothing to do with cannabis, marijuana. And our cross-sectionality really hits then. So you'll see us at Pride. Oh my God, we love Pride. You'll see us at the Women's March. You'll see us at Mary's Place cooking food for 60 members of homeless families. You'll see us pounding the, oh, there we are at the procession of the species of the cannabis plants in America. There we are pounding the pavement to raise funds and awareness for arthritis. We also do it for sarcoma. And so when we're doing this outreach, what we're doing is normalizing. We're normalizing and challenging stereotypes. Who is a marijuana consumer? Who is a cannabis, and I mean both, and medical marijuana, and recreational marijuana advocate? And the second thing we focus on is education. That's us at Mary's Place. Here we are at CannCon. Or that's the Northwest Women Show. Yeah. We're on the Northwest Women Show. You're darn right. We got some awesome ladies there.
Yeah.
So we also focus on education, and for that we start with ourselves. So the beginning of every meeting is us talking about what's going on in the community, in our city, in our state, but also in other states, in other cities, in the entire country, and around the world. And we also educate other communities, so another cross-sectionality. And this is my favorite of the events we do. And it started really with Karen McCormick wanting something for her mom and kind of put it all into action. We go to senior centers, we go to senior living facilities, and that's us at one right there, we just have one-on-one sessions. We don't try to persuade them of anything, we don't try to sell them on anything. We're just there to answer their questions with truthful, accurate information. And they appreciate it so much. Because for that generation, the fastest growing demographic of medical and adult use cannabis consumers, these folks have some barriers to getting information. So we're there. We've talked to over 100 seniors. We're going back next Friday for another go. And it's amazing, and it's super cliche, but we get so much out of it. There really is sharing between generations. Now, when we talk about education, we of course need to educate our legislators. And so we do that by giving testimony, by giving written comments, or, as we were with the rest of the cannabis community, lobby day last week. There's our babies, so many babies there, I love it. And for NORML Women, we got together, we decided what our legislative priorities are. Yes, cannabis is agriculture. Yes, we support Maddie's Law. And for God's sakes, we support home grow.
Yes!
As far as I know, there aren't any other organized marijuana advocacy groups who are publicly all out supporting home grow, so it's important that our voices are out there. And while that bill died, we set up a legislative priority sheet, and we had kind of our essay on why home grow is great and why they can expect to see us next year asking for their support. We showed up in Olympia, divided up, and we got our legislative priorities in front of every elected official in Washington state legislature. Yes, doing it. Direct democracy, power to the people. This is how we perfect our union. This is how we make that true on that promise. Because there's no justice and there's no liberty without democracy. Democracy is a long, long road. It's not one person, it's not one organization, it's not even one lifetime. It's us. It's us together, engaging, and you do it when you show up at a meeting or when you show up at an event like this, connecting with your community, educating yourself. And you do it when you answer a question for a senior, when you're making dinner for someone at Mary's Place, and you for sure do it when you are writing to your legislature. You're telling them your story. Those people work for you. That's how democracy works. So, as we normalize, both out there in the community, or people who think about this community, we are also normalizing for the women who are still feeling the stigma and still feeling the taboo. And it's right that they do, because people are still losing their liberties, their jobs for a dirty UA, or maybe they can't get a felony expunged. They might lose where they're living. They might lose custody of their children. They might go to prison. So the fight is still on, but we're creating a space where all women can come and join us and stand with the badass, super awesome, educated, professional women. There's space for all the views. We are a diverse group. We do not agree on everything, and that is our strength. And I'm so happy that we do. So I hope that some Saturday, second Saturday of the month, for 12 to 2, you'll come, you'll join us, and you'll help us in the important fight for those that are otherwise too sick, too young, or in prison. Because until everyone can plant a seed, until everyone has a legitimate path into this market, until there are no more discriminations for jobs, for children, we're going to still be there and fighting. And we'd love for you to join us, help in the fight for liberty and for justice for all.
I like that one.
Thank you so much. And I love